good? Matt Clark here at the new Matt Clark. How are each and every one of you doing on this amazing Thursday? I'm doing great. My family's doing great. Hope each and every one of you are doing great. And I hope you're having a great week. If you could please hit that like button, subscribe button, and that bell notification button to get all my videos when they're new. If you could share with somebody on social media, help spread the message, help spread the word, that'd be amazing. And there's a PayPal option if you'd like to donate, help support the channel. The link is in the description of most of my videos. So what's up? How are y'all doing? Me, I feel like total shit. To be honest, I've been sick. At first, I thought I had food poisoning because I ate some food, specific food. And then, like, when I was eating it, I was kind of like, ugh, you know? So I stopped eating it, and then 4 or 5 hours later, I was blah, blah, right? So I figured I had food poisoning. I took the day off work, and then this morning I woke up and my throat's all jammed up, and I got a cough. So I'm not sure if I got a cough and food poisoning, or if I had some kind of virus. I don't know. But today, we're going back to prison, and we're going to talk about some prison news. And it's actually pretty big prison news. Robert Picton, the pig farmer. You all know who he is. I've done a video, and I've talked about him before. He is the guy who is in a video. You know, he was in a cell with another dude who is an undercover. And in this video, he said that he killed 49 women, and he was looking for his 50th. But when they searched his Port Coquitlam farm, they found the DNAs of 34 women. So that's what he was charged with. I don't know how many he was convicted of. He's clearly a dangerous offender. And I just found out, like myself, I would have assumed that he would have been out west. But it turns out he was all the way out east. He was in Quebec. It makes sense because if his charges stem from BC, out in Alberta, British Columbia, Saskatchewan, he's going to be way more recognizable and be way more of a target, especially considering he targeted Native women specifically. So I feel like it's probably really, really, really dangerous for him out west. But shit caught up to him. He was in a prison called Port Cartier. Now, I've never heard of this prison. This is a maximum security prison, 700 kilometers northeast of Montreal. So it's apparently a maximum security prison that holds 240 guys. The only maximum security prisons in Quebec I had heard of were Donnacona and obviously the Shoe, Saint-Anne-de-Plaine. Never heard of Port Cartier. Maybe it's a different name for one of the other maxes. I don't know. But if pig farmers there, I assume that there's a special needs unit or a super PC unit, because it said that he was on a unit for at-risk offenders. So I don't know if it's like Bernardo in KP, where he's locked down 24 hours or 23 hours a day, but he was always by himself, no interaction with any other inmates. I don't know if that's what was going on with him, but somebody got their hands on the pig farmer. He got attacked. He is in the hospital still with life-threatening injuries. Apparently stable, but life-threatening condition. I don't understand how that makes sense. It kind of sounds like an oxymoron. Stable, but life-threatening. But I guess that means right now he's stable, but his injuries could still be life-threatening, depending on how he recovers from them. Apparently, he is in a coma and was beaten, attacked, and then had a broomstick sharpened and pushed into his head. That is the description that they use. Sharpened broomstick pushed into his head. Man, just imagine that, okay? Imagine you have been doing time for decades and you think, nobody gonna do shit. All of a sudden, you got a broomstick stabbing into your head. Now, this is what I say to everybody who said, I can't believe they put Bernardo in population. See how long it took for somebody to get at the pig farmer? See how long it took? But people didn't forget. I feel like it's only a matter of time before a Bernardo, a Colonel Russell Williams, a Luca Magnotta, before somebody takes a run at these guys. It's like, if you're doing a big amount of time in the Canadian system and you possibly don't even ever see yourself getting out, why not? You come across one of these guys, you go at them, you are going to become prison famous. You're going to get respect almost everywhere you go for taking the run, and your time is going to become a little bit easier. So if you don't have a date, or if you don't really see yourself getting out and turning your life around, then why not? I'm sure there's a ton of inmates and convicts in this country that feel that way. If I can take a chance, if I can take a run at them and get them, I'm going to get them. I'm going to do a solid for the community, and I'm going to get them out of here. And I'm sure that's what Buddy thought about the pig farmer. I don't know if maybe dude was native and he felt some type of way because of how the pig farmer targeted his victims. Or maybe he just didn't like the fact that he's clearly a hound, head hound to the pound, targeting women, guaranteed he's raping them before he's killing them. They can't find any evidence to that, but I'm sure that there was. He fed them to the pigs, so how would they know? But clearly he's a creep. Clearly he's got freaky desires, and clearly he needed to be taken out of there. I don't usually feel good about people being attacked. It's not something that I wish on people. I think that wishing violence on people can bring you negative karma or bring that kind of energy back for you. But this case is a little different. Like, I can't lie. I chuckled to myself a little bit. I felt good. The same way I would feel is if something like this happened to Bernardo or Magnotta or even Homolka. Man, if somebody just ran at her on the street and just whack and just suckered her and just laid her out and just, like, tell me you wouldn't feel good about it deep down inside. Like, you would, right? And I don't care if it's harsh. I don't care if it seems crazy or if it makes me seem like I'm a nut. It's a fact. These people need to get out of here. There's no chance that they're going to rehabilitate. Somebody who thinks like that is never going to rehabilitate. And I feel like, why waste taxpayer money? Why waste anything on a scum like that? I let him starve. Put him in the cell. Let him starve to death. Watch him just feed him just bits, just enough, just to keep him alive. So his life like struggles. That's the kind of treatment those guys need. And I feel the same about people that attack kids, you know. Put them in a cell, let them starve to death. Or let the victims' families have a run at them. But, you know, I don't know who the guy is. Apparently they have somebody under investigation. I don't know. But, hey, I just hope this guy doesn't have some crazy bad charges. But it did say that he picked up 48 months in that jail for uttering threats. So I don't know what kind of prison it is. I don't know what the politics are like there. I don't know if it's super violent. I don't know if it's all special needs or protective custody. I have no idea. But in this case, good riddance. Good riddance, man. And I wish that our healthcare system wouldn't spend $1 trying to keep this POS alive. He didn't have any empathy, you know. And I just, when somebody is such a vile human and targets the innocent and the most vulnerable people in society, man, it's like he's targeting addicts and prostitutes and people that are already super down on their luck. And the reason I feel he's targeting them is because he despises them. You know, there's a hate for him and a level of racism too, because he's clearly targeting certain people. And I could never ever understand how somebody can think like that, you know? How somebody in their mind can justify killing 49 innocent people that are down on their luck, and honestly, they need to be helped, not hurt, you know? And this guy targeted them. So I have no respect for him. I have no respect for his crime. I have no respect for anything about him. And honestly, I wish he doesn't breathe another breath. But obviously, the point of this video is to tell you it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what level of protection the government promises you. There is no guaranteed safety in prison. Even if you're on a special needs unit for high-risk offenders where they're keeping an eye on you 24/7. If you get into a problem with somebody, you get into politics or debt or whatever it is, and you get into the wrong people, they will touch you no matter where you go. Doesn't matter if you ship out of province, doesn't matter if you're in SEG, they will find a way. There is no guaranteed safety in prison. The only way you can guarantee your safety, which you can't even in the community, but you have a much better chance, is by being in the community, staying out of bullshit, going to work every day, being around people with positive influences and positive things going on in their life. Like, don't hang around with people that still have one toe into the game. Don't hang around with people that are selling dope. Don't hang around with people that are doing this or doing that, because there can be adverse consequences to just you being with those people, you know? Sometimes it just wrong place, wrong time because you're associating with the wrong people. Or you can end up in jail. Wrong place, wrong time. Seen it happen lots of times. You're with somebody in a car. That person has a strizzy, has a bag of dope, but he's not prepared to own up for it. Happened to me. All of a sudden, you're in prison. He's on road because he doesn't have nearly the record you have, and you're fighting to just try and get a bail. Well, he's kicked up at home watching TV. Don't let anybody decide your fate, your freedom. Be smart in your life and make good decisions, man. Go to work. If you have a family, support your family. Spend as much time as possible with your loved ones, because you never know, right? You never know. Any time you could be winked out of here like this. And I just feel like we're at a time right now where the last thing we need to be focusing on is prison. You know, we need to be focusing on what's going on out here, because personally, I don't see it getting any better out here. You know, financially, the burden is crazy right now. And if you're taken out of the picture to go to prison, how is your family going to cope without the breadwinner being there? And I know the male is not always the breadwinner, and it's not always the male that goes to prison. But I'm just saying, if one person's income is taken out of the situation right now, how difficult is life going to be with inflation and gas prices and grocery prices up like crazy? Don't put that burden on your family. Stay out. Get a job. If you got to start from the bottom, start from the bottom. Work your way up, and you'd be surprised at how quickly you can get to some semblance of an income and, honestly, a good life. You know, you might not be balling out driving a new Rolls or a new Lambo. You might not be wearing all the new Amiri and Gucci, but you'll be comfortable. And you'll be able to spend time with your family. You'll be able to have a relationship. You'll be able to build up little things in your life, bit by bit, eventually equaling one great life. And if it takes forever, it takes forever. But at least that forever is at home with your family and free. Obviously, I share my stories with you guys so you don't have to go through these things yourself. If I can snap my finger, nobody has to go to prison. Nobody deals with addiction. Nobody suffers. I would do that, but that's not a reality. This is 2024, and life is getting hard out here. Just look around. Just look around. Just look what's going on in the world. I'm not sure it's getting any better anytime soon. Your family needs you to be off of drugs, to be out of jail. Just get your shit together. And if you are in any of those circumstances, try your best to get out of it, because the last place you want to be anytime soon is going to prison, and addiction sucks anytime. So if you are struggling with addiction, go get help and get out of it. It's just not worth it. You're burning your life, and you're burning whatever talent it is that you have. If you're here, you have a purpose. Please hit that like button, subscribe button, and that bell notification button to get all my videos when they're new. If you could share with somebody on social media, help spread the message, help spread the word, that'd be amazing. And there's a PayPal option if you'd like to donate, help support the channel. The link is in the description of most of my videos. So, Robert Picton attacked, broken broom handle shoved into his head. Man, doesn't that sound painful? Because how sharp can a broken off broomstick be? For that to get pushed into your head to literally put you into critical condition, man, I can assume it's probably like, whack, 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 just coming down on him, you know? It must be, you know? Or he stomped him out first, or smashed him out first, and then pushed it in his eye, or something like that. But, man, I know it's Pickton, and I know he deserves it, but that can literally happen to anybody in prison. If you allow yourself to go there, you know, you might say something to somebody one day who's just a loose cannon. You might get in a fight with somebody and think, whatever, I'm going to win this fight. You win that fight, and all of a sudden, you're getting stomped in the back by 7, 8 guys. Or run up with a carbon fiber buck knife and getting cut up. It happens. Don't put yourself in jail. Don't put yourself around people who will put you in jail or put you into any kind of actions that are going to lead you to jail. You can do better. I used to think it was impossible, but here I am. Love each and every one of you. The new Mac.